that jolt of panic, that sudden feeling, emptiness where your wallet or maybe your phone used to be. It's a uniquely violating experience, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
The realization that someone has, with stealth and speed, just breached your personal space, taken something without you even noticing. So today, we're plunging into the fascinating and often unsettling world of pickpocketing. It's this realm where psychology meets deception and, frankly, lightning reflexes.
Exactly. And our mission here in this deep dive is really to dissect the common tricks and tactics, what pickpockets actually do.
Right.
But maybe more importantly, we want to equip you, the listener, with the knowledge to spot these ploys, help you significantly reduce your risk of becoming a target. We're drawing on insights from the report, unmasking pickpocket tricks and tactics.
And this isn't some old-fashioned thing from novels, is it? It's a very real, very present threat, especially in busy cities.
Very much so.
The statistics, they kind of paint a stark picture. Like London's Metropolitan Police, over 7,000 incidents reported just in tourist spots like Oxford Street in 2023.
Wow, 7,000.
Yeah. In Paris, similar story, spikes near places like the Eiffel Tower. It just hammers home that this can happen to anyone, anywhere there's a crowd, really.
Precisely. And those high-density areas, they're the ideal hunting ground. All those people create confusion, loads of distractions. It's perfect cover for them. And as our source points out, their success really hinges on something fundamental about us humans, our limited attention span.
Okay, let's dig into that. Exploiting our attention. The report mentions pickpockets often work in teams, right? With specific roles, almost like choreography. Can you break that down?
Yeah, it's quite clever the way they divide the labor. You'll often have one person whose main job is just to create a diversion.
Yeah.
That could be anything physical, like bumping into you, or verbal, asking for directions, maybe dropping something.
Something to make you look away.
Exactly. While your attention is pulled over there, another team member, the actual thief, does the lift. Takes your wallet, your phone, whatever.
And there are lookouts, too.
Often, yes. Strategically placed lookouts, just monitoring everything, making sure they can get away quickly and cleanly. This whole coordinated approach just makes it so much harder for anyone to spot what's really happening.
It really is like a magic trick. Misdirection, pure and simple. The report gives some great real-world examples. Let's start with Sarah Thompson. Rome, Termini Station, 2016.
Right, this is a textbook case. Classic charm and distract. So Sarah's approached by this well-dressed guy, seems like a helpful fellow traveler, starts a friendly chat.
Oh, seems harmless.
Totally. But at the same time, an accomplice nearby creates a minor scene, like fumbling with a big map, making it look clumsy.
The distraction.
Got it. Sarah's focus is split. The friendly guy, the map person, and in that moment, wallet gone from her backpack. It works because, well, we tend to be polite, right? We engage.
Yeah, you don't put your guard up when someone's being nice.
Right.
And the fact local Italian news covered it shows it's not just a one-off thing.
Definitely not.
Then there's James Carter, Barcelona, Las Ramblas, 2019. This one feels different. It kind of exploits our better nature.
It really does. The beggar ruse, they call it. And it's insidious because it plays on our empathy.
So.
James was approached by a woman, looked destitute, pressed a flower into his hand, telling some sad story.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So while James is focused on, how to respond compassionately, trying to be decent,
Someone else is at work.
an accomplice, often, sadly, a child, to make you feel even more sympathy, that accomplice lifted his phone.
Wow.
And get this. Spanish police said this kind of scam was behind nearly 20% of pickpocketing in Barcelona that year. Exploiting kindness.
That's really low. Turning our human impulse to help against us, it feels like a betrayal.
It does.
Okay, third one. Emmeline Guyen, Paris Metro 2022. The bump and lift. Sounds more direct.
It is more direct, yeah. But it relies heavily on the chaos and just the sheer closeness of people on a crowded train.
Right, you're packed in.
Exactly. So Emily gets deliberately bumped into, not too hard, but enough to notice. And then immediately, this profuse, seemingly genuine apology.
Creates a moment of awkwardness.
Precisely, a moment of disorientation. While she's regaining her balance, maybe accepting the apology, the accomplice is already in her bag. Quick sip, grab, gone.
And metro pickpocketing went up 15% in Paris that year. Shows how well that works in those confined spaces.
It's effective.
So across these examples, the friendly chat, the sob story, the bump, the core idea is diversion. Right. Pulling our attention away.
That's the common thread.
The report also mentions a 2020 University of Cambridge study. It talks about pickpockets targeting attentional bottlenecks. What does that mean?
This is where it gets really interesting, the science behind it. The Cambridge studies suggest pickpockets. Maybe just through experience, maybe learned. They find these moments when our brain's processing power is just overloaded.
Like trying to do too many things at once.
Exactly. Or when you're intensely focused on one single thing. These attentional bottlenecks are these brief windows where our awareness of everything else, including our own pockets or bags, just plummets.
Okay.
Creates the perfect opportunity for them to act completely unnoticed. Think of it like pouring water through a really narrow funnel. Only so much gets through at once, right? Other stuff gets missed.
That makes total sense. Like when you're trying to navigate a busy street and check your phone for directions, your focus narrows right down. Makes you vulnerable.
Spot on.
Okay, so we know the tactics. We understand the psychology. Attentional bottlenecks. What can we actually do? What are the concrete steps to make ourselves, less appealing targets?
Right, the crucial question. How do we fight back? The report gives some really key advice. First, and maybe the most basic, is just cultivating better situational awareness.
That's paying more attention.
Simply being more conscious of who's around you, what's happening, potential risks. That alone can deter a lot of pickpockets. They look for easy, unaware targets.
Okay, awareness first. What else?
Second, how you secure your valuables is huge. Things like money belts worn under your clothes, or using zippered inner pockets inside your bag or jacket.
Makes it harder to get to.
Much harder. Anything that makes it difficult for them to quickly and discreetly access your stuff without you feeling it.
That makes sense. If it's not easy, they'll probably just move on to someone else. What about like flashing cash or expensive phones?
Yeah, definitely avoid that in crowded or unfamiliar places. Showing off expensive gadgets, watches, pulling out wads of cash. It basically puts a sign on you saying, I might be worth robbing.
Minimize the temptation.
Exactly. Minimize your perceived vulnerability.
And what about those interactions, when strangers are maybe too friendly or pushy or things feel chaotic?
That's where you need to trust your gut and be cautious. If an interaction feels overly intense or weirdly chaotic or just off, politely disengage, step back, create some space, and immediately, discreetly check your belongings, your wallet, your phone.
Good tip. And on public transport.
A simple tactic is stand with your back against a wall if you can. Limits access from behind. Also, the source mentions RFID blocking wallets.
For digital theft?
Right. That's a growing threat, according to a 2024 Interpol report. People using electronic readers to skim info from your contactless cards without even touching you. RFID blockers can help prevent that.
So it's about physical security and digital now.
Yeah.
It sounds like finding a balance, doesn't it? Being cautious, but not, paranoid about everyone.
That's the trick. Healthy caution, not constant suspicion.
The report also had that personal story, right? About trying to stop a pickpocket in a market. That must have been intense.
It really was, and it hammered home just how fast and bold these people are.
What happened?
Well, I saw this suspicious guy edge really close to a shopper who was totally distracted by a likely staged argument happening nearby.
The diversion again?
Textbook. It highlighted just how quickly they move and how much they rely on the victim being completely unaware during that tiny window.
Did you stop it?
Managed to alert the shopper, yeah. Just a quiet word. The suspicious guy just vanished, instantly melted back into the crowd. It really shows their success depends on those few seconds of lapsed attention.
Wow. So, okay, pickpockets are good at deception, misdirection. But it's not inevitable, is it? It sounds like being vigilant, securing your stuff, that really can make a difference.
A huge difference. Yes, their techniques exploit our natural vulnerabilities, but being proactive, aware, secure, it really does counter their tricks effectively.
It makes you think, doesn't it? Have you ever had that slightly weird feeling after being in a crowd, like maybe something almost happened?
Yeah.
Makes you wonder about the near misses you didn't even clock at the time?
Absolutely. You replay interactions sometimes. And really, this deep dive, it's just scratching the surface of understanding all the kinds of, hidden risks out there.
True.
Recognizing these pickpocket tactics, though, that's a really valuable piece of the bigger puzzle, just staying safe and aware.